All right, y'all. Another topic that's interesting. There's a guy named Malcolm Nance, you guys. He is a former counterterrorism. Actually, he's a current counterterrorism expert and a former MSNBC analyst. And he was on the Joy Reid show, and he told her that he decided to fight after his friends in the Ukraine army told him that they were overwhelmed by Russia's assault, y'all. This is crazy. So let me tell you, let's get into this a little bit more. So we know the war is going on between Russia and Ukraine, and this guy is just basically jumping into the fight. Now, he's not just a regular person. Let's keep it real. He's a former senior chief petty officer with the U.S. Navy. And he said that he joined the International Legion of the Territorial Defense about a month ago. So he was talking from a secure location, and he said that he was fighting for Ukraine after his friends said that they were overwhelmed. And he said, we're not going to, and they told him, look, man, we're not going to survive the night. So he jumped out there. He also says in a quote that the more I saw of the war going on, the more I thought, I'm done talking. All right, it's time to take action here. I am here to help this country fight what essentially is a war of extermination. That's crazy. Mike, are you jumping in for the homies?
For Ukraine? Never. Stop it, man. That's the most chuck and jive, soft shoe. What's wrong with this guy? Ukraine, man. Yeah. I just seen a report like a week ago from the Peace Corps that said warning Black volunteers because Ukrainians is out there calling everybody the N-word. That's part of their culture. And warning, like, come on, man, that's who you're fighting for. Like, get out of here, man. That's war.
I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. Like, I love y'all. I love my homies to death, but I'm not jumping in a whole war for you, bro. Like, it's giving no thanks. It's safe. It's safer back home. I'm cool off that. I mean, here's the thing, though. I say all of that, but at the same time, this is somebody who's on the ground witnessing exactly what's going on. And he's talking about this is a war of extermination. And so maybe he's just about that life. I mean, if you're there,
yes,
and you're
but for them, he's a counterterrorism expert. So what? He don't know about nothing going on in Africa. He don't know about nothing going on in the Middle East. He ain't checking up on the Palestinians. Like, of all people on this planet who are in conflict, are people being in constant conflict at any given time, you're going to go fight for the Ukrainians. Yeah, okay, dog.
I'm not jumping in. I'm not jumping in nobody else's beef.
Though, man. I ain't fighting for America until we get some rights and some reparations up in here. So I ain't fighting for nobody.
That part. Where my 40 acres and a mule, goddamn it.
They better pay the fee.
Listen, I mean, shout out to everybody who served in the military. Y'all some real ones. Y'all, shout out to my cousin who's out and doing his little due diligence right now. I hope he is safe doing his thing.
Mine too. I got a cousin that be watching that's in the Air Force.
Yeah, and I have a lot of respect for the military, and this is just one of those situations like this guy, Officer Nance, he's just about that life. It's no way. First of all, you're in Ukraine. You got homies in Ukraine, and you're there in the middle of a freaking war, and you're just like, you know what? I'm about to suit up. But at the same time, it's like if you're there, you're having to be in a defense mode anyway. It's not like
he might hate the Russians. There's also that. Hey, I will say though, man, the Ukrainians is about that, man. Ukrainians ain't asking for peace. Ukrainians ain't asking for no resources. They want weapons. All they want to do is fight. That is.
Well, okay, let me ask you this, because I asked Rodney this, you guys, and I'm going to ask y'all to drop this in the comments. Just think about, like, if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, Russia decided to come over to the U.S. and try to take over and do the same thing. I'm going to be honest with you. If you pull up around my way, I'm going smack at some Russians. Like, it's going, like, I'm going in, like, the same way Ukraine is like, I'm going to be all about the United States. I mean, we don't have.
That's different though. Because if they come here, oh yeah, we got to ride. Everybody takes up arms if somebody comes up in here. But to go to another country, I feel a way about going and fighting in another country because why are we fighting? That's the thing. Like, I'm gonna fight when it's time to fight, but I'm not fighting for no reason. What's the reason? I'm not fighting in a war to make white men richer. I'm good off that. I'm not gonna go fight in a war overseas and then come back and still be a second-class citizen. I'm not good with that. But when it comes to protecting mines, protecting my property, oh yeah, I'm protecting mines all day, every day.
But I think that is what essentially is happening with the citizens of Ukraine, right? Because there's people in Russia and Ukraine who are both like, we don't have nothing to do with none of this, right? There's people in Russia like, this is not okay. We do not support this. And there's people in Ukraine who feel the same way. And so if we just think about it, about regular individuals who get up and go do their 9 to 5 and take their kids to school, they don't want no beef and no smoke. They're not off that. And so the same way that they're saying, you know, this is the house that I was born and raised in, and I'm going to stay and protect my country and protect what's mine. I respect that a whole lot. And that is what I'm saying in terms of the United States. If we ever were to be essentially invaded, I absolutely would, you know, grab that armor. I'd be knocking on Mike Davis's door like, yo, let me hold something. Because we know you got that artillery, boy.
we have to pull it out. I mean, but that's what they're seeing in Ukraine, though, man. Like, if you look out your window and see a tank coming down the street,
yeah,
you don't got no choice. You don't got no choice.
But I agree with you in a sense that I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to fight for something that, you know, that my country is not fighting to support me, and I come back and be a second class citizen. Like, that's not going to happen
for real. Or sign up to fight for this country and get sent to go kill Africans. No, thank you.
Nah, I'm good off that, bro. All right. Well, let us know in the comments if you guys are ready to take up for the United States if anything like that pops off.
And man, y'all know too, though. Let's be real, though, man. The United States got more guns than people in this country. I do believe if somebody ran up in here, man, they will meet some resistance. People be out, and there's people out here training for that right now.
Facts.